Good evening and welcome to the NXTGEN Ford Escort RS1600 League from Bannochbrae, round 3 in the Scottish Highlands. I don't actually think it's a real place, but we'll go with the Highlands. Round 3 of the series, 12 race series, season 13 on NXTGEN Racing. Got a 20-minute qualifying happening right now as we're on board with the series leaders at Fun Zaxby TV. Taken 1 win already this season and looking to make it 2 around this very fast track in Scotland. Just massive track this. We're looking at times just under 3 minutes. So 15 lap race will probably be around 40 minutes after it's complete. And this is one of the very few fictional tracks in Project Cars 2 as we're heading into the city part, or the town part now, through the pub in the little local village and back round to complete the loop. And we've got 11 on the grid tonight, and let's just take you through the drivers. So we've got Scott McFall, good race last week, make his first race of the series, coming in 3rd. One high mofo, RDF1 Adam Morris, making his first appearance in this championship. Very quick driver and definitely one to look out for. NGR Lee, race winner last time round at Laguna Seca, looking to make it another win. NGR Lagerfenner. Fun Go Flat Out, another new addition to the series, who I've heard pretty quick. The Les, NGR Scooby G, Jamie F430, another new addition. NGR Fraser, who's actually DNF'd both times this season, so that's hopefully he can get to the end this time round. He's definitely shown some pace to be challenging towards the front as well. And as we just said, Fun Zaxby TV, the current series leader. And we will run through the points now. So after 2 rounds, Fun Zaxby TV is leading ahead of NGR Lee on 34 points, Fun Zaxby on 41. NGR Scooby G is on in third with 29 points, followed by Slider Gas 28, who is on 28 points. Unfortunately not here tonight. One High Mofo in 5th on 22 points, followed by NGR Lagerfenner on 19. JPH 19 is on 18 points, unfortunately he's not here tonight. And the Les is in 8th on 15 points. WRT Scott McFall is in 9th on 15 points after completing just one race so far. And GR Martin in 10th on 12. Robertson 567468, again not another guy who's not been able to make it tonight. He's in 11th on 9 points, and Shuckshaft in 12th on 8 points. So we're missing a few tonight, but we've also got a few new additions, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys get on. All the cars are set to a default setup, so the drivers have got a choice of loose or stable setups, and I saw a few people in the wall. There's, I think, Adam Morris. No, well, I think I saw Fraser in the wall, NGR Fraser. There's Jamie F430 in the wall, and NGR Fraser there. I have to be honest, it's a track I don't know at all, so we'll see how we get on, as some people are starting to come around now. It's going to be Fun Go Flat Out, who's going to be the first one across the line. As I said, a high 2-minute lap. Nice bit of airtime there. This is such a good track for these cars. I've seen them before around here, and it really does suit the cars. You get the back end stepped out Put your foot in. And slipstreaming, I imagine, will be a bit of a come into play a little bit here tonight. Although obviously there's no aerodynamics on these cars, so don't expect it to come into effect too much. But there we go, first time a 2:54.6. And Zach Speed coming across the line next. Lap time hasn't counted. There are track limit penalties in place in this series. So if you do extend the track or cut a corner, the game will invalidate your lap time in qualifying or give you a slowdown warning penalty during the race. Just means that the drivers will have to slow down a little bit so they haven't gained any time. So getting a few more times in now. NGR Scooby G in second, 2 seconds behind Go Flat Out, who's backed off on this lap. WRT Scott McFall in third so far, and NGR Logan Fanny in fourth, 11 seconds back, so that's probably not a representative time from him. So here we've got just gone across the line. That was NGR Lee, a 13-second lap slower than pole position. So again, we'll assume that that is not a representative lap. There's a few people coming back into the pits. RDF1 Adam Morris and Jamie F430. Suspect they'll be working together as they are both leaving the pits. These two are good friends on and off the track. So let's just run through the track list for this season. So we started at Watkins Glen Short, where Fun Zach Speed TV took pole and the win. And that was followed by NGR Scooby G and Slider Gas, who were in a race-long battle for that second and third spot. Then we had round 2 at Laguna Seca. This man is again, Zach Speed TV took pole position, but it was this guy, NGR Lee, who eventually took the win. Despite having a penalty, he just about held on by half a second to finish ahead of Fun Zach Speed TV. And then it was WRT Scott McFall in third place. As you can see, he's 2 seconds up on his best time, and he's currently 3.5 or 3.4 tenths down on the pole position time. So. Whoa, and how about this for pole position? 0.06 of a second separating the top two as Zach Speed's just gone across to complete his first flying lap. But now Scooby G has gone quickest with a bit of a tow from NGR Fraser, who has gone into fourth. Scott McFall comes across the line now. Does he improve? I'd imagine so, unless he's really screwed up. He does, but he stays in 5th. And Lagerfanny's coming across now. He's in 6th currently. And he does improve, but again stays in 6th. And Lee will be coming round to complete a lap next. But as we're going through the championship calendar, we had Watkins Glen Short, Laguna Seca, and this one round 3 Bannochbrae. We've got Willow Springs next, followed by a trip to Australia to Bathurst. Then Alton Park International, Sugo, Brands Hatch GP, Rapuna Park GP, Hockenheim National, Donington Park National, and then the final round of Nürburgring combined. But here we go, NGR Lee's coming across the line now, 14 seconds off of pole position. Don't expect it to stay like that. And maybe that was an outlap, I don't know, that time might have been invalidated. But we've got RDF1 Adam Morris and Jamie F430 coming around now to start their flying laps. I think we've got just under 9 minutes left, so plenty of time. Enough for 2 or 3 laps. So I think these guys are coming across to start a lap, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Yep, no lap time set. RDF1 Adam Morris are 25 seconds behind, so I think that's due to coming out of the pits, so we won't count that as a lap. But here they come onto their first flying lap, and let's just take a look on board with Jamie F430, see what this track looks like. And that rock on the inside there, the right hander, has caught a few people out in practice. I've seen a few big incidents. Expect there to maybe be some more during the race. This track does lend itself to throwing the car into a corner and trying to gain the most time out of it. Just trying to keep up the corner speed. But these two, Jamie F430 and RDF1 Adam Morris, have both been race of winners, competitors in the past, so another 2 high profile names to add to this high profile championship. There's no slouches in this one. So obviously these cars are very old, only hitting 116 miles an hour maybe at top end. That's a 4 gears, H-pattern gearbox, 120 horsepower. There's not much in these really, but they are very fun to drive, and there we see the slipstream in effect as RDF1 Adam Morris comes by and will now give Jamie F430 a bit of a tow. We're into sector 2 now, which is the big loop in and around the little village or town, whatever you want to call it. Through the fast chicane, flat out across here, past the pub, which is where we'll be stopping off immediately after the race. Having said that, I'm already on the drink, so just going to enjoy myself whilst enjoying this race. But you see a little bit of rubbing there, which unfortunately didn't work out too well for either Adam Morris or Jamie F430, both losing a bit of time. But other than these two, everyone has got a time in now. Into the final sector now. Basically just 2 corners on this, 2 right-handers, other than the very bumpy and could probably catch you out. Not really corners. And around the final main corner, see RDF1 Adam Morris is sort of holding up Jamie F430 a little bit now. But they'll get the slipstream, then we get the slipstream across the line. Adam Morris will have the quicker time as he has overtaken Jamie in this lap. Let's see where they go. Jamie's up to 9th and Adam Morris is into 7th. So that was a lap around Bannochbrae. Let's just see how everyone else is getting on. So we've got Scooby G still in the lead, pole position with 5 minutes remaining. He's 4 tenths ahead of WRT Scott McFall and Zach Speed TV, who's about to come across the line. So does he improve? He's 4 tenths off of pole position, Scooby G at the moment. Does he improve? Yes, he does, by a big margin. 1 second quicker than his previous best, which puts him almost 6 tenths in front of NGR Scooby G. And Fun Go Flat Out was in 4th. NGR Fraser's in the pits in 5th. NGR Lee down in 6th, and probably won't be too happy with that. But see if he improves. Still 4.5 minutes remaining. RDF1 Adam Morris in 7th, Belez in 8th, Jamie F430 in 9th, One High Mofo in 10th, and NGR Lagerfani in 11th, as these two are just coming around the final corner now, so we see them go across the line if they can improve. Yes, NGR Lagavani does improve, but he's still last, unfortunately. And while High Mofo does improve as well, going up to 9th, pushing Jamie F430 down to 10th. NGR Lagavani struggling a bit, 7 seconds off. But you never know what's going to happen in the race. It's going to be a long race, for sure. Fun Go Flat Out has pushed himself up to 3rd. 6 attempts back on Zackspeed TV. Gone at full. I think that was a personal best sector time, I just saw that. Out of sector, no, can't be. He's only in turn 3. NGR Fraser's coming out for one final lap. NGR Lee still in 6th. Didn't improve that time round. If he did, he didn't improve position. Some of these guys have had a practice race around here in the pre-season, and that was a pole position of a 52.9 by this guy at Zackspeed TV, so he's 4 tenths off of that pole position time. So maybe there is a bit more to come from him. And I think RDF1, Adam Morris and Jamie F430 are about to come across the line. Yes, they are. Did it improve? No. Categorically no. 12 seconds off what they did last time round. So maybe they'll just try and push in the limits a bit, just to try and eke out a bit more time on what is going to be their final lap in qualifying. Although there is 2 minutes left, it was a 2-minute 53 pole time at the moment. So let's have a look at Scott and Phil coming through the town. And as we were going back to the practice race these guys did, NGR Lee set the fastest lap time, which is actually a 51.8. So whether that was with a slipstream, I don't know, but over a second quicker than the pole position time set in that race. But Zackspeed TV took the win in that, ahead of NGR Lee. NGR Fraser was 4th, NGR Lagavani was 5th. So they're the 4 guys that have raced here before. So a little bit of track knowledge. Oh, actually no, I think Jamie F430 and LDF1 Adam Morris raced as well, but because they've only just joined this, I haven't got their notes down for this track. But Scott McFall is coming across the line. He'll get another lap in. He's got enough time. There's still 50 seconds left of the session. And he stays 4th. Who have we got coming across the line now? It was One High Mofo who remains in 9th, and Jamie F430 has returned to the pit, so he's going to start down in 10th. Won't be too pleased with that, I don't think. But Zackspeed TV is on a lap. He's well ahead. I don't think he needs to challenge too much. NGR Lee's gone across the line. He's made it for the final lap, so he'll get one more attempt to go quicker. Hello Atomic Penguin 3, what's good? This is good, my friend. Hope you're enjoying it. Not long now till the race, so stay tuned. And invite your friends, why not? Let's get as many people as we can watching this quality field that we have here. Some very quick races, and I'm pretty sure all of them have had at least a podium in their respective categories that they race in. Obviously this is only the third ever race officially in these cars, so only 2 winners so far. But here comes the guy currently on pole position, Fun Zackspeed TV, across the line for the final time. Does he go even quicker? No, he doesn't. Yeah, it's a shame to Atomic Penguin 3. Oh yeah, I remember. You were here in the first race, weren't you? But you, Mr. Penguino, maybe. Is that you? That's good to hear. Just like to see some dedicated support. Give us a whoop whoop. But as they're starting to come across the line, I'm getting too distracted. And Fungo flat out. He's coming across the line. He's obviously given up on what was probably not a best lap. Scott McFall has dropped down to 4th. He's going to come across the line shortly. That's it. Good man. There's the whoop whoop we wanted. Who are you supporting, dude? Or are you supporting just a good race? WRT Scott McFall comes across the line for the final time. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. He stays in 5th. We got One High Mofo next across the line. I think he'll be the final one across the line as well. Currently in 9th. Does he improve any further? No, he doesn't. And indeed, oh look, there's a Renault Megane. So here we go. The final qualifying positions. Fun Saxby takes his 3rd pole position out of 3, ahead of the 2 orange and black cars, NGR Scuba G and Go Flat Out. Scott McFall in 4th. Now we have 2 minutes for the drivers to prepare themselves. RGF1 Adam Morris moved up to 5th actually, we missed that. NGR Fraser down to 6th. The Les in 7th. NGR Lee in 8th. He'll be disappointed with that, I'd imagine. One High Mofo in 9th. Jamie F430 in 10th. And NGR Lagerfanning is at the back. Benji's a whoop whoop as well. Hello, my friend. If it's a good race, we're all winners. Indeed. So the drivers just getting themselves together, the final preparations, maybe having a little bit of a drink ahead of this 15 laps, 109.2 miles to be exact. So a nice long race for the boys. And I'll just have a drink now as well. There we go. As we sink in for the start of the race. Lights are on, and away we go in round 3 at Bannochbrae for the RS1600s. It's hard to tell if anyone's got a very good start here, but Fun Go Flat Out has dropped to 2nd. No, he was 2nd anyway. It's hard to tell with 2 orange cars in the same position. But here we go, Fun Go Flat Out challenging 2nd place NGR Scuba G now as they come round turn 2. With a big rock. Does anyone hit it? No, it doesn't look like it. NGR Lagerfanny at the back. Everyone's through cleanly there. But already 1 second gap to Fun Zaxby TV. Scuba G has a nice train behind him. As we go across the bridge. And Go Flat Out is going to make the move down the inside. And in fact, Scuba G might lose a handful of places here. No, not quite. And oh, I think Scott McFall is falling down the field. He was down the inside. Maybe he just got a bit of a bump. But Scuba G has got a penalty of some sort already. 2 seconds. Couldn't have been for corner cut, and he didn't even cut the corner. But NGR Lee's moved up to 5th. That's a good start for him. Oh, and NGR Fraser's in the wall. NGR Fraser in the wall. That's, well, I think he went to try and park the car in that car park, but realised it was shut, so he's got to turn around and carry on with the race, I'm afraid. But big freeway battle here for 4th place. The Les, I think that is. Yeah, that is the Les. Oh, big contact, crashing everywhere. The cars, well, how many you got? 4 or 5 cars there. And WRT's got a full spun in sympathy as he's reversing back down the track now. But a fair few cars involved there. That's what happens around this track. There's not much of a runoff. As Jamie FL30 from 10th on the grid is up to 5th now. And One High Mofo is up to 4th. But NGR Lee is settled back for 3rd. Oh, Jamie FL30, he's trying to do a traditional spin off his traditional roll, I think, but a bit early for that dude. It's only lap 1, as the Les behind has also found himself in some troubles, as we can't quite get to the Les there, but he has dropped to the back of the field. Now NGR, who's this? NGR Lagerfunny is right behind Jamie FL30 now, after his mistake. Scott McFall on the tail of NGR Fraser, the two recovering drivers who we know have got good speed, as Jamie's picked up a penalty. But it is Zach Speed TV across the line after lap 1, 3 seconds ahead. Big gap already there on just 1 lap. NGR Scooby G is in 2nd, followed closely by NGR Lee. He's trying to make up for his poor qualifying position. One High Mofo in 4th from 9th on the grid, I think so. Very good first lap. Managed to avoid all the carnage there was on lap 1. Oh, NGR Lee's hit. Oh, big crash. Big crash. Both of them over. Will both of them be able to... right, and One High Mofo has. NGR Lee, has he got a reset button or is he out for good? Scott McFall's managed just to squeeze through there. NGR Lee does get going. Maybe he had to quickly go to the settings and set up a reset button. We'll never know. But he's got going again. And he's still not last. The Les is recovering. NGR Fraser has gone off again somewhere. He's down to the back again. But Adam Morris, oh dear me, everyone's going round. He's crashed, and is he waiting for a space or is he going to retire? What's happened here? Everyone's going past. I would have thought he had space and time to get through, at least start to. Oh, and Fraser's in the wall again. And Fraser has retired. 3 races in a row, Fraser, that is, unfortunately. The Les right behind NGR Lee now. This is for 8th place, and we've lost someone else. I feel like that might have been RDF1 Adam Morris, and it was, yep. But the Les have got a good run on NGR Lee here for 8th, only 9 left unfortunately, so this is the last battle on the track, but it's the closest battle at the moment. As we're in sector 2 on the loop, we're about to come into town shortly, and these two were the guys that caused that big crash. At this point, I think it was, or just on the exit of this corner. No, maybe not. But it was these two guys either way that caused the crash. And yes, RDF1 Adam Morris has disconnected, so from the 11 that started, we're down to 9 already, only on lap 2. But Lee is having another look, or he's looking to get back past the Les. Going back over the top of the track that we've just been under. A weird sort of figure of 8 track, this one, as you can see from the map. But NGR Lee not able to get through there. But just ahead, NGR Lagerfan is right on the tail of WRT Scott McFall. And not quite close enough to make a move, but he's definitely close enough to capitalise on any mistakes as Jamie FL30 is up to 4th. He's at One High Mofo has dropped down to 7th, so he's obviously had a moment. But just behind the Les and NGR Lee, very close again. Let's have a look at some of the comments quickly. Do a barrel roll. Oh crap! This was a biggie. R.I.P. And the Adam Morris fan club has gone home. Oh no, Benji! Wrap up the gear, boys, always next time. Mission failed, we'll get them next time, yep. I think this is the most comments I've ever had on a video. Oh, here we go! There's something. That's One High Mofo and Jamie. I think that might have been a separate incident because Jamie was in 4th and One High Mofo was down in 7th, so maybe Jamie lost it and One High Mofo just collected, and WRT Scott McFall's pulled away a bit from Lagerfunny now. But the Les still right behind NGR Lee. Back at the front, NGR Fraser's closed the gap to just under 3 seconds, so maybe he's just getting himself into a rhythm. Jamie runs a little bit wide. The action never stops. No, it's good, it's excellent, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see any stop to the action. Someone else has picked up a penalty. That is Fun Go Faster or something. Go Flat Out, that's it. He picked up a penalty. But we're going to just settle back now to the Les, who is in pursuit and got a good run down the inside of NGR Lee, and he's going to make the move stick. And he's got the inside for the next corner. It is hard with this track because there are no corner names. And there's too many corners to number them, so we'll just go with this corner and that corner and left and right. But Jamie's just sitting behind patiently, not quite close enough as NGR Lee is having another look. Oh, through the fast flat out chicane, and they're into the wall again. They're into the wall again. One high mofo is going to get the Les as he's round. NGR Lee's very slow because of it. The second contact they've had tonight, only on lap 3, and he's got to run one high mofo still, take 2 positions there. And is NGR Lee still there? Yes he is, but he's going to have to tuck in behind, although he's looking at getting a better run out of the final corner, not the final corner, out of that corner, across the bridge, and he's going to retake the position, I think. Yes he is. This is, although chaotic racing, it's good so far. But it's early days, only lap 3, coming on to lap 4. The leaders are on lap 4 indeed. Fun Zaxby TV has got it his own way so far. NGR Scooby G has dropped back a second. Must have lost a bit of time in the final sector, but he's still quite comfortably in that second place position. Go Flat Out has dropped to 9 seconds behind in 3rd. Good debut race for this man. WRT Scott McFall in a lonely 4th. NGR Lagerfeni in 5th. And Jamie FL30 is actually closed in, so Lagerfeni must have made him a little bit of a mistake there. NGR Lee is back ahead. Yeah, we noticed that anyway, sorry. He's ahead of one high mofo, but very close. And the Les, unfortunately, is last after 2 contacts with NGR Lee. Be interesting to see their opinions on that. But back up into the battle for 5th. Jamie FL30 trying to recover. He was in 4th place at one point after managing to avoid most of the incidents on lap 1. But the man ahead of him, NGR Lagerfani, has just picked up a penalty. Also, Jamie has a penalty anyway. These cars make your ears bleed. There we go, Jamie's got a good run now. He's going to go to the inside and quite comfortably slip through. And Lagerfani will be looking to get another slipstream, just to sit in the slipstream and maybe repass. Just behind one high mofo and NGR Lee are still fairly close. Scooby G's obviously had a bit of an issue as he's lost another couple of seconds to Zaxby. The race is seeming to quieten down a little bit, but can never be too sure with this track, as we've already seen a lot of incidents already. Some of them just purely driver error rather than contact. Very close walls and grass, no real runoff on this track. But Scooby G's lost another second, whereas Go Flat Out is on a very quick lap in fact. And he's closed into a second on Scooby G. The 2 orange cars preparing to do battle as we head on to the 5th lap, a third of the way through the race. and in fact Go Flat Out was only 4 attempts quicker than Zack Speed TV that time round. I thought it was a bit more than that, but either way they're getting close to each other now. And look at the back end come out, that's what we want to see. True commitment. Now we'll get a true understanding of the undulations in this track. And in fact, let's go in the cockpit with Go Flat Out, just see how much he's working the wheel. Is he sliding the car around everywhere, or is he quite comfortable to let the back end slip out into the right hander just before the end of sector 1? See Zack Speed TV in the distance, so they have got a visual reference. In fact, they have closed down 2 seconds on the leader, so maybe a little bit of an error from Zack Speed TV. Meanwhile, a bit further back, we've got a three-way battle as, here we go, NXTGEN. Oh! Was that NGR? Who's that ahead of him? Lagerfani, unfortunately, just lost it, I think, and NXTGEN had nowhere to go. One high mofo, trying to go, yes, around the outside, here we go again. Excellent move, in fact. One high mofo all the way around the outside and moves himself up to 6th place. He's just taking positions through people's errors here. The Les still a little bit further back in 9th place. Unfortunately, NXTGEN with another collision. That one definitely none of his doing. But these guys making a fair few errors on what is quite a tricky circuit, has to be said. Back into the battle for second as we head through the town and past the pub, which is where I'm currently commentating from. The 2 orange cars, NGR Scooby G and... oh, actually NGR Scooby G's in 3rd, so Fun Go Flat Out has in fact got past Scooby G for 2nd. See, the 2 they're both the same liveries, could not tell. Oh, Fun Go Flat Out is getting all out of shape as he hit the grass in the turn in. And back end has come out very well held, it has to be said. Scooby G's going to go past and retake the position he's lost on this lap as they get a bit of air across this Scottish track. I said before, I don't know if it's a Highlands, if it's even existent as a place, so but there we go. Scooby G just ahead of Go Flat Out as we come across the line for the 5th time to start lap 6. Look at the speeds they're hitting. 107 that was before he backed out, and I think he could have made that actually, but he thought better of it, maybe just trying to get a better exit. Oh, he's actually hit the grass. That is Go Flat Out, well held, just in time to get himself back over for the tricky right hand corner of the rock. Seen a fair few people go over there from hitting the rock, but Go Flat Out taking the option to back out of turn 1 and instead sits back in 3rd. So let's just go back further down the field again. NXTGEN in 7th. Who's behind? Lagerfani's dropped to 8th. And One High Mofo has caught the back of Jamie F430. So Jamie F430's obviously made a mistake because he was fairly... no, he wasn't. He was in 5th anyway. He's got moved forward, very lonely 4th as we noticed earlier. But just go back to this battle. Go Flat Out, still tucked in behind Scooby G. Love Tuck to let him know he's there, yeah, for sure. No harm, no foul, that's for sure. And a good run. It seems to be a lot of people getting moves done here with a good run through the very fast left-hander. But Scooby G's defending and making Flat Out go to the outside. Don't see this as an opportunity to pass, so indeed has backed out, but he's trying to get a switch back into the braking zone, the next left-hander, and he's got it done. Excellent move, that's to be said. Up to 2nd, but these guys have been battling and have now dropped back to 9 seconds behind Fun Zack Speed TV. But it's the 2 Fun boys at the front. Only just though, as NGR Scooby G is looking to pounce back. One High Mofo, meanwhile, is on the tail of Jamie F430. And we have seen good speed from this guy before. He qualified well in race 1 before dropping back due to a spin. But we have seen speed from him before, so fully expect him to be on the pace. He qualified alright, I think. Maybe, I can't remember. Back at the front, nothing's doing that. Lovely bit of airtime. And Lee's still trying to close in, and if these two do start to engage in battle, we will definitely see Lee close in on them, and it will become three ways. Just look at the undulations through there. As Fun Sex Big TV has moved on to the next lap. 10 seconds now, so a very big difference in lap time that time round from the leader. There was only a second of it actually difference, but due to the second and third battling, Zaxby TV has pulled a nice big gap, so he's got a bit of breathing space, well, even more breathing space than he already did. And One High Mofo has dropped back a little bit from Jamie F430, but the battle up front is also seemingly falling apart. WRT Scott McFall, good solid podium last time out, third place at Laguna Seca on his debut, trying to build on that, and he's currently doing pretty well in fourth. Maybe kicking himself a bit for the start after a spin on his own, I think, at this corner, and then spinning in sympathy with everyone else down at the mass pile-up. Jamie F430 still in close proximity with One High Mofo, who's actually closed in a little bit. NGR Lee in 7th as he scrapes the outside of the corner and loses a fair bit of time in that. NGR Lagerfani is 53 seconds back now, and the Les is even further back, 1 minute 22. Unfortunately those two have had a torrid time. The Les qualified 7th as well, so he didn't qualify too badly out of 11. Just unfortunately been involved in 3 accidents, which could debatably be not seen as his fault. Definitely the final one wasn't his fault. But there's a mistake from from Go Flat Out. I keep forgetting his name. And Scooby G just breezes through to take second place there. So now Go Flat Out has got it all to do again after getting back ahead. Quite close to not kill. Yeah, I looked it up on Google Maps, and it did come up with a street. I noticed that it come up with a street in Dunfermline, but I don't think it's the street. The name is a real place, yeah. But the name of the road is Bannochbrae. It's not like just Bannochbrae. Quite close to not kill, yeah, I did notice that. But One High Mofo is still on the back of Jamie F430. Just clipping the grass on the inside there. NJ Lee, as we noticed, did fall back a bit after taking a very wide line into the fence at the end of the first sector, just over the bridge. And there's a lot of people with penalties at the moment, so let's just have a look at the penalties we've got. Scooby G's got 2 seconds, Flat Out's got 4 seconds, so he needs to beat him by 2 seconds now. I don't think they've been separated by more than 2 seconds all race so far. But we're just about halfway through the race now, so we'll see how it develops. Jamie's got 6 second penalty, NGR Longfanny's got 4, and the Les has a 1 second penalty. Unfortunately, the Les has lost positions on both races because of the penalty, but he's only 1 second so far, and he is last, so he can't go any further back. But it's a shame though, because he was going well at the start and qualified in the midfield as well. But back at the front, this guy, Fun Zaxby TV, very similar to his race 1 win at the moment, where he qualified on pole and just pulled away instantly, although Fraser did give him close company to start with until he made the mistake. But very comfortable for this man. He won here in the pre-race practice race, and he's showing his dominance. Current championship leader, and running away with it, 11.2 seconds ahead of this man, Scooby G, and Go Flat Out Don't actually know anything about this guy other than he's Dutch. But I've heard that he's not too bad, and he's shown that so far with a good turn of speed. Currently running in third. Was running in second before that slight mistake we saw last time round. Scott McFall, a lonely fourth position, but lapping pretty well, not losing any time to the leaders. Still 19 seconds back, and he's been like that for a while. Jamie has pulled away from one high mofo, so must have made a mistake somewhere, and definitely because unless NGR Lee has suddenly turned 2 seconds a lap quicker, he is now within touching distance of another mistake of one high mofo. NGR Largophone, he's not too far. Oh yeah, so he's 23 seconds back from this battle, and the Les is in last. But we'll go back to this as it's the only battle on track so far, or at the moment. Back past the pub, past me. Did wave, but none of them waved back, too concentrated. As we come around to shortly finish the second sector, let's just run on board. I want to see what this is like on bumper, just to get a proper feel for the undulations across this middle part of the lap, over the bridge, and this is where we hit the bumps. Get a little bit of airtime. See Jamie F430 just in the distance, pulling away a bit, and a bit of airtime over here. Yep, there we go. Very easy to lose that, I'd imagine, go straight into the wall, so everyone's doing pretty well so far. Oh, hang on, NGR Scooby G's made a mistake for sure, because he's suddenly dropped right back into the hands of WRT Scott McFall. So Scooby G has lost his second position. He's obviously gone round somewhere. And Scott McFall right on the back of him now. Will NGR Scooby G be able to pull away, or will Scott McFall go with him? They're now 18 and 19 seconds back from the lead. So Scooby G's lost about 8 or 9 seconds. So I'd definitely put that down to a spin rather than just a sideways moment. But across the bridge for the 9th time, 15th. And yes, we can see NGR Scooby G pulling away already. So maybe this was a short-lived battle, unless we see another mistake from Scooby G. Had a very tough race last time, Scooby G, qualified lowly. He fell back right at the start and had to work his way back through, but wasn't setting the world alight with that time. Finished 6th, I think he was. So Scooby G looking to recover from a poor round 2. And well, NGR Lee is right behind one high mofo now. Not going to be close enough to make a move into the upcoming left-hander. And just a reminder, if you are interested in joining us here in these RS1600s, please head down to NXTGEN Racing on Facebook. Just drop us a message and we'll try and get you involved as soon as we can. See NGR League now tucked under, almost bump drafting one high mofo as we go through the town. But there are plenty of leagues you can get involved in. Project Cars 2 has leagues running every single night of the week. Gran Turismo has leagues near enough every night as well. I think maybe Saturday's the only night they don't. We've got Sesso Corsa leagues, Dirt Rally as well running this week, and every Thursday as well there is an F1 league. So plenty to get yourself stuck into. Whoa, looking at that. I feel like if this was real life, these cars would not be able to cope with that bump. But it's not real life, so they are, and they're doing very well at keeping control of the cars. As one high mofo's gone a little bit wide, NGR Lee's going to try and make the most of it, giving him a lot of room, trying not to get caught in another incident, and he does take the position from one high mofo up to 6th position now. But One High Mofo still got the inside line for the next corner, although it is pretty quick. Will he pull out? Or no, he's actually pulled alongside a bit more, and he does pull out eventually, but good to see they gave each other room. Oh, NGR Lee, very sideways, getting on the grass, giving One High Mofo a bit of a gap there, down the inside. And there we go, there's the one. We were waiting for someone to hit the wall, hit the rock, and One High Mofo has done that. It's gone at full, still holding on just about to NGR Scooby G, but they have closed in a little bit, both of them. And they were both the fastest men out there. In fact, Scott McFall was the fastest man last time round. They're closing in a little bit to go flat out. But it's still Zach Speed TV, 12.5 seconds ahead of his stablemate Fun Go Flat Out. Scooby G in third. Scott McFall in fourth. Jamie F30, a very lonely fifth now. 3 seconds ahead of NGR Lee. One High Mofo in seventh, who's actually... Oh no, we just saw him hit the wall, yeah. Lagerfani in eighth still, and the Les in ninth. I did say Dirt Rally, yes. If you head to the website, I believe it's JPH99 who's running it. Obviously, you might know him from being a regular commentator. And he does normally race in this, but he's not been able to make it tonight, unfortunately. He's running it, so just go onto the Facebook page. It should be on events, and see if you can get involved. It's running all week, so you've got plenty of time still. Just to finish the stages that they're doing. They're doing Rally GB this week, I believe. In the 1995 Subaru Impreza, I think it was. It was a Subaru Impreza. I think it was the McRae one. Colin McRae Impreza. So, I'm sure you'll agree if you're a rally fan. An outstanding car to drive. But Scott McFall has actually closed back in a little bit on the Scooby G. And they are now, in fact, just over about 4 seconds back from go flat out. I keep thinking it's go faster for some reason, but it's go flat out. And Jamie's obviously made a slight mistake, as NGR Lee is now just behind as they come across the line to complete lap 10. So 2/3 of the way through now. Still a lot to play for. We're seeing a lot of people make mistakes. And I'm sure there'll be more to be had here as Jamie's getting the back end out. NGR Lee's almost alongside, but decided just to slip in behind from now. There we go. He's going to get a better run and pull alongside now. And he's got the inside for this little kink here. But Jamie, if he can stay there, he's got the inside over for the the right-hander after the bridge. No, he hasn't. NGR Lee's got in ahead, and that is him up to fifth. I feel like it would have been a question for NGR Lee. Where would he have been if it wasn't for the incidents he had? As it is, he's in fifth. And he does run wide there, so Jamie might be able to get back through, although Jamie does have a 6-second penalty, I think it was. Yeah, 6-second penalty. The Les has picked up another few seconds on his penalty. So currently Fun's actually TV 13, almost 14 seconds ahead of Go Flat Out, who needs to finish 2 seconds ahead of NGR Scooby G because of the penalties. And he is just about doing that. So very close there. We're going to keep an eye on that as we get towards the end, if the gaps don't close too much. But as we are, this is the only battle on track at the moment. Jamie F430 having just lost the position to Lee, and there we go, he's gone back through. Lee must have had a slowdown warning. So Jamie will happily take the position, although he has a 6-second penalty as we just saw, so he will have to pull a fair gap and hope that Lee makes a mistake somewhere if he wants to keep this position in 5th. He's 4 tenths up on his best lap, so it's good going for Jamie. Meanwhile, Scott McFall still just about behind Scuba G. I feel like he's getting towed along here, both in the 53s, in fact the only 2 that were last time round, separated by a 10th on lap time. So it's good, this could be a freeway battle with a 2nd place come the end. They're only 3 seconds behind Go Flat Out, so I keep getting that name confused. I keep thinking it's Go Faster, I don't know why. But at this rate they will catch him, and it will be a freeway battle for 2nd place. Just like we had at Watkins Glen, actually, we had a 4-way battle for 2nd for a fair portion of the race. But it's got a full 1/10 up on his best lap. And has NGR Lee got a penalty? He has, but he's also got ahead of Jamie F430, who's fallen back and almost in the clutches of One High Mofo. So Jamie F430 has made a slight mistake, and Scott McFall is... no, he hasn't, he's still there. Scott McFall looking to continue his podium run of one podium after his first race in the series last week at Laguna Seca, and just under a second behind NGR Scuba G, but definitely both of them catching Go Flat Out. As we're heading on to lap 13 shortly. Meanwhile, Jamie has lost the position to One High Mofo. It's another mistake there, or One High Mofo just got past legitimately, I don't know, we'll see. As Jamie's looking to get back past, and as soon as he can, One High Mofo, one of the few drivers on the grid that's still not got a penalty for corner cuts or track extensions, but see, Jamie gets a lot better run out of that corner down the hill and pulls alongside. He'll have the inside over the bumps. This will be interesting. How do they both get through here? What a shot that is. Well, Jamie maybe backed out, One High Mofo just got better traction, I don't know, landed it better, but One High Mofo just retakes the lead. But maybe we have got a freeway battle for 2nd place now. It's happened quicker than I thought. Scooby G closing right in. These are 2 both lapping quicker than the leaders by a considerable margin actually. WRT's got 52.8. NGR Scooby G 53.2. Go Flat Out only a 55.0, and Sack Speed TV 54.7, so a fair bit quicker was 3rd and 4th, and now Flat Out is under pressure. At this rate he won't be able to hold on for too long, but we've seen what's happened before. There have been mistakes, and at times Go Flat Out has been quicker. Maybe that has been because he was sitting in the slipstream. Bit further back, Jamie just under a second behind One High Mofo. WRT Scott McFall's fallen back a bit from this battle, so he'll be looking to make the most of it when they do engage. which looks like now, there we go, there's a bit of a bump on Scooby G, and thankfully no time was lost at all. Maybe like a car length, that's about it. We head through the town for the 13th time. Scooby G is trying to get back up to the second position that he did hold early in the race. Switching to the inside, not really going to do anything there. Come down the hill, round the right-hander and across the bridge. Some beautiful scenery around here, you have to admit that. Even more beautiful with these cars. Storming round them at 116 miles an hour over these bumps, getting some airtime. Imagine what sort of airtime you do in a faster car. But Scott McFall's also closing in because of these battling. Scooby G trying to get a better exit out of the final corner. And here we go. He's put in alongside. We can have the outside for turn 1. What's going to occur? Round the outside. Yes, it was. And he takes second position very nicely. Scott McFall's going to look to take third away from Go Flat Out. God, why can't I remember that name? But we're in for a tense final couple of laps. I have seen that Jamie and One High Mofo were engaged in an intense battle, and just in time we see Jamie take the position away again from One High Mofo. Back up to 6th. And he keeps it this time, but will there be a mistake? That's the question around these tricky right-hand corners, has to be said. But Fun Go Flat Out has dropped back, and Scott McFall has taken third position. And he's even closed in on Scooby G, so will there be a change for second again? But with these two, very close now. And Scott McFall, the fastest on the track again. But One High Mofo is also looking to get back past Jamie F430 for 6th place. I mean, he doesn't really have to. He will know that, or he should know that Jamie has a 6-second penalty, so he can just sit there and take 6th after the race. But that's not what racing's about. You want to finish ahead of him, don't you? There's Scooby G, gone round. Scooby G, there's a mistake we mentioned earlier, into the bus stop. And he's going to drop down to 4th. In a big gap to NGR Lee, who's actually quite lonely now. Way back, so Scooby G's got no problem about that. He'll finish 4th unless he bins it big time, or these two come together. Scott McFall now up to 2nd after, I think, starting the lap in 4th. But Go Flat Out is not gonna let him settle. He's closed in a little bit. And will he just sit in the slipstream now and wait for the ideal moment? And Jamie has lost the position to One High Mofo. One High Mofo back ahead now. This is a good battle. These two keep changing positions. Whether it's due to mistakes, I don't know. We keep missing it, but it seems to be pretty clean. So that's what we want to see. Fortunately, only 9 runners left. We've lost NGR Fraser and RGF1 Adam Morris. Both making a little mistake there. One High Mofo probably a bit more than Jamie F430 because he's going to get a great run at this corner. Cross the bridge and he's already ahead. And will have the inside line for the next right-hander as they come over the bumps. Jamie getting the back end out there. Just ahead. In third, second and third. Go Flat Out is really closed in now. They're looking a lot more racy. Maybe it's a slipstream helping. We'll soon find out because we're on the final lap. They've got 10 seconds to the leader, which they probably won't close unless there's a big mistake. But we've not seen too many major mistakes from Zach Speed. in the 3 races we've had. Here we go. Go flat out, lining up Scott McFall. So we're into the second sector now, and we'll soon be heading down to the big loop in through the town. Oh, Scott McFall a little bit tail happy out of that corner, and that's going to give Go Flat Out a run up the hill. And he'll also have the inside line for when they eventually get to the next left-hand corner. Side by side still, I feel Scott McFall's a bit of a car length back now, and he is. Go Flat Out does take the position quite comfortably in the end. Having said that, there's still probably a minute left of racing, so we've got a bit of time and a few tricky sections to get through. Jamie and One High Mofo still hard at it as they now... Oh, One High Mofo, just a bit of a mistake, clipping the outside of the grass, and he's going to drop back. I don't feel like he's going to challenge Jamie anymore, but he will probably still be in the 6-second gap he needs to finish ahead of him. Scott McFall still not quite close enough. Go flat out. Didn't make any mistakes, but this guy from Zach Speed TV, we've not really seen much of him tonight. Just out front on his own, all race, unchallenged, and probably fairly comfortable. He's going to come across the line to take his second win of 3, and he will be very happy with that. He comes across the line now to take maximum points, and race 3 at Bannochbrae, the win. And Go Flat Out also does have a penalty, I forgot about that, so that means that Scott McFall will finish in second. Well done to that guy, and yep, there we go, confirmation of that. Go Flat Out will still be fairly happy with it, I imagine, on his first race in the championship. Scooby G will come across the line in a very comfortable 4th place, although probably a little bit disappointed with the finish there. After his mistake from being in second, NGR Lee eventually had a fairly lonely race in 5th after 3 or 4 incidents. Jamie F430 will finish finish ahead on track of One High Mofo, but because of his penalty, One High Mofo should move up to 6th, Jamie down to 7th. Jamie can't quite get the roll in. Again, I don't feel like they're going fast enough. The Les is now ahead of Lagerfani, so that's something we missed, but we saw the Les just recovering from a spin there. So he'll take 8th position unless he's got a substantial penalty. No, both 4 seconds, so that will be status quo unless we see another moment from this guy. Look at that, getting the back end out, nicely done, well held. Coming round the final corner now. Oh, there we go, there's a big moment, that's the moment we were looking for. Is this race over? Lagerfani's not too far behind. The Les has got going, but Lagerfani's going to get him on the run to the finish. He's got past, fighting all the way down the field, right to the end. Lagerfani will take 8th position ahead of the Les. Gotta be gutting for the Les. After all that, he finally got ahead of Lagerfani, only to lose it at the end, and that's how we want to see it. That's how you do it. Jamie takes some notes, and he's going to reverse across the line to finish in 9th position. And oh, look, the McGann's moved along a little bit. So, confirmation of the results. Zach Speed TV will take the win, the second win of the season, ahead of Scott McFall, who inherited 2nd because of Go Flat Out's penalty, but a very good drive from both. Scooby G dropped down to 4th because of a mistake after being in 2nd. NGR Lee in 5th, One High Mofo 6th. Jamie F430 dropped to 7th because of a penalty. NGR Lagerfani in 8th and the Les in 9th. And we lost NGR Fraser and RDF1 Adam Morris early on. So, a very entertaining race, full of incident, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Where are we next week? Willow Springs, I think it was. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, Willow Springs next week for the final race before Christmas, or the Christmas break. So hopefully you can join us then for what will be, I'm sure, another very good race. A very short track compared to this one next week. Thank you, Atomic Penguin, for... I'm sorry, I don't actually know your name, but thanks for watching and all your comments. And anyone else who's been watching, Benji, thank you very much. And anyone else. So, yep, see you next week for the final race before the Christmas break at Willow Springs.